After an almost indescribable qualifying round, here are the times. USA won with a fast time, even though he did end up in the 45-second clock. Bigfoot 4. Look at John Pyatt coming back, second fast. Then the world champion equalizer, Nightlife, and Gravedigger coming back strong. He and King Crunch had the 5th fastest time. Okay, here we go, side by side, 3 at a time, first round of the competition. Most of these trucks will advance into the quarterfinals.
All the trucks lead side by side. Chevrolet on the middle lane, Chevrolet in the left lane. Chevrolet's going to take the win, and both drivers get them shut out, but Wilkie again. Well, Wilkie's taking the USA one to the limits. He didn't stop. He just motored out the door.
I don't know. I didn't see, and Steve may come over and hit me after I say this, I didn't see the same aggressive Steve Wilkie that we saw in the qualifying one. Let's watch it on the replay, Armin.
Right now, Scott, what you have to remember, he does not have to win this round in order to come back.
You're right. They're both going to come back, but Crusher got the win over Wilkie.
Gary, you're going into the next round, but this is a tough night of monster truck racing.
It is. It's very tough. You know, all the big-name trucks are here in the competition. It's really getting tough this year. In qualifying, you know, we had a couple of accidents, and I really didn't like the lane I was qualifying in, so I just sort of laid back and thought I'd come back in competition and eliminations and give it 100%.
Do you think this might be a night where the smooth truck is going to win, not necessarily the fast truck? The fast truck will get in trouble?
I think you can on this course right here. We're getting a good bit of air, and a real fast truck, you know, could get in trouble.
Let's run out to the pits right now. Chris Chapman is standing by with Steve Wilkie, and I know he didn't have to go all out, but I say he looked a little gun-shy in that run. Let's see what Chris can find out.
Steve, do you think that hitting the wall during qualification hurt you during first-round competition? You got beat.
Well, I didn't get beat by much credit. We go out there, and because I did hit the wall, I wasn't going all out. I wanted to see what the truck could do. I wanted to see it stay together. You know, the first 2 people advanced. As long as I advance, that's all I'm worried about. The thing about it is, I knew Carolina was quick. I wanted to give him a good run, make him work hard, and in that, fill out our truck, and we'll be back to run as hard as we can next time. The True Value Master Chevrolet is out here to win in Texas.
All right, this matchup will just have 2 trucks because of some early breakage in qualifying, so Nightlife comes out against Buffalo Tremor. In all, 16 trucks have advanced to this round.
Okay, now what's going to happen here? Both of these trucks we will see again, but they're both kind of using this as a test run. Wow, they look like ballerinas. They look like they're dancing together. They just drove it on through. They'll both be back.
By a hair, Johnny K in the Buffalo Tremor, or maybe by a bale of hay he actually won it by. You could see he ended up on top of it. He gets the win over Dave Wysorek and Nightlife. But again, as Army pointed out, both the trucks are going to be coming back. So the most important thing to both of them is that they were able to stay together. Here's Johnny K.
Congratulations go out to John Kwasniewski. Knocks off a very strong running Dave Wysorek and Nightlife. How do you feel?
Pretty good. We've been running strong so far during the beginning of the season, and I think we can pull it off.
Do you believe that this tunnel is presenting some problems for the Buffalo Tremor?
Yeah, it is. The brakes are getting hot when we're going down the tunnel because we have to wait for the other trucks to come down, and it's really slowing us down there a bit. They're just overheating a little bit, but they'll be all right.
We've been keeping Chris busy back in the pits, and just a moment ago before that interview, she spent some time with Bigfoot's John Pyatt talking about the problems that truck's been having.
John, 2 front steering cylinders bent. What's that mean?
When me and Steve were running, I had to get on the brakes real hard because we were kind of coming in together. And what I did is I got on the brakes too hard and wound the front springs up, and the traction bars hit the steering rams and bent both of them, and we broke a shock and bent the traction bars and just pretty much messed up the whole front end. But we got back together, and the Ford Bigfoot will be back.
So you're getting ready to run again? Are you going to have any brakes?
Yeah, with the brakes, everything is all right. Just the steering messed up, and we got to replace. Now I don't have any rear steering, but straight line course, you don't need it.
He has to have brakes for the TNT officials. They brake test them as they come out onto the track, so he would not be allowed to race if he could not get it stopped coming in.
You're exactly right there, and that's a sign of youth. That guy's going to the starting line, going to learn another man's wall. He's not just going to steer. Only a young guy will do that, Scott. Look at this. He not only does it, he takes the win.
And once again, we see that the Barbarian gave him a run, but the victory goes to Bigfoot and John Pyatt out of St. Louis, Missouri. So John gets himself a victory. We'll look at it again as we watch Bigfoot number 4 running while there's a dispute in the fact that Bigfoot 8 having to sit out under TNT's van. But there, Pyatt got himself a win. Army's going to talk to Bigfoot's driver.
John, as soon as you came in after the win, you immediately started barking out orders. It sounds like you got all kinds of problems. What's going on?
Yeah, in the first round, we got on the brakes a little bit hard and wobbled up the front springs. I turned the axle so far that the steering cylinders hit on the traction bars. I bent both of them. We was up there, we pulled the ones off the rear, put them on the front, put a solid bar in the rear, and just then when I hit third gear, it started slipping. I think transmission's going.
So there's a chance you might not be back in the next round?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think so.
We'll let you get out there. Hope we do see you back in the round. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
This course and this competition is taking its toll on the superstars of monster truck racing. Bigfoot is not the only one struggling to get back. Out in the pits, we understand that the Outlaw crew is feverishly working. There's Mike Wine and the gang. We'll be right back to find out if Wine and the Outlaw can make it into the first round.